this meeting to order, please. Mr. Sines, can you make your way up here? We missed you. Like a heart attack. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the great state of New Mexico, the symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Good, man. Consideration of the agenda.
A second.
All those in favor? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So passed. Unscheduled correspondence and public comment, 3 minutes.
We don't have any.
None tonight? Unusual. Is Leticia Chavez here from Presbyterian?
I don't see her.
Okay, then we'll table this, okay. So we're tabling number 3.
Here she comes now.
Oh, there she is now? Okay. Hang on, we'll wait.
That's not her.
That's
Oh,
not her?
never mind.
That's not, okay. All right, so we're not gonna table it for sure, okay? All right. Number 4, Geraldine Martinez, Chief of Police, is asking for approval of the appointment of Daniel Sepulveda as a certified police officer at the pay rate of $24 an hour.
Yeah. Bring him up with you.
Hello, ma'am, trustees. This is our, he's actually been with us for just shy of a month now. This is Daniel Sepulveda. He comes to us with about 2.5 years of law enforcement experience, and he is certified. But I'll let him kind of give a little spill about who he is.
You brag about yourself. There you go.
Be forewarned, I'm very terrible at speeches. Also, hi, everyone. You may be seeing me around I'm usually hanging around at the schools, just getting to know the kids and all that, and just trying to make sure they're not over there doing shenanigans. But yes, my name's Daniel Sepulveda. If it's too hard to say my last name, y'all can call me Daniel, Dan. It doesn't matter to me. It feels more personal. I like it. I do come from Hobbs and then went to Eunice, and now I'm here. I plan to be here for a very long time to help take care of y'all's place. From the very first day, y'all already treated me like family, especially you, Mayor. I thank you very, very much. It's a little bit of a struggle, but I'm gonna make it through. And so far, everything's going pretty good. So you're gonna hopefully see me a lot more, like whenever you need me.
Okay.
Instead of having to do my long drives.
Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate it.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Thank you. So you guys are planning on moving here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Here pretty soon. We're already looking at houses and everything. So
Okay.
we got everything. We got the ball rolling now. So
All righty.
Well,
All right.
the fact that you're fully certified is a very strong positive from my part, that's for sure.
What's up?
I think that's for the rest of us, we feel that way. So we're glad you're here. We hope you stay here, okay?
yes, ma'am.
Thanks for choosing us, Daniel. Thank you.
Yes, of course, of course. And again, I'm here for y'all. So if you guys need anything, you guys can always come to me, ask me anything. It's never a bother.
All right, so you guys want to make the motion?
May I make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Daniel, you are officially a part of the Tularosa Police Department.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank y'all.
Rebecca Bryant, Village Clerk, is asking for approval of the appointment of Kimberly, say her last name. Tortelita. Okay, guys, I'm not so good at those kind of names. As payroll clerk at the pay rate of $16 an hour.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm losing my current payroll clerk, Trish, because she's finishing college and has to do an internship. So I hired Kim, and she started a few weeks ago. She's done payroll 2 times already. She seems to be catching on pretty good, and I'm excited to have her. I got her from First National Bank, so she knows her numbers. She's good.
She's not here.
She's not here, no.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you, guys.
Motion passed. This number 6 is Linda Zill. Red Brick Restoration wants to give an update regarding what is being done with the Red Brick Building, discussion only.
I have an update on our pamphlet. It's a little bit,
Thank you.
I just barely showed it to you the other day, so the second portion, that's what we did in 2024.
Thank you.
And most of this is not what we like just do, it's just what we are doing as far as improving on the building. So if you want me to go over it with you, I will.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Do you guys have any questions?
No?
I do have a question, Linda.
Okay.
I know you guys are restoring the building, and
Yes.
eventually, if the building ever gets done, which we hope it does, you know,
Yeah.
what are your plans for the building?
Okay, our plan is, there's gonna be 12 rooms, a lower level. Let me get my paper for that. Okay, we've had mainly our repair that we've been doing is to tighten up the building, so we're not getting more animals in there, more weather in there, other critters, bees. We're having a problem with bees right now. It's held us up on, that last thing on there is the lintels. They've been ongoing for a year because we had bees last summer. Through the winter, there was no sign of them because I think they were asleep, but now we have them again. And we have a couple people that we're asking if they can, they're saying more that it's not gonna be a relocation of bees. They're mean and they're gonna need to be eradicated, so we're trying to find someone to do that. I hate to get rid of bees, but there's not really any choice.
Can I just ask what kind of bees they are?
Pardon me?
You said are they Africanized, African bees or what?
I'm sorry.
Are they the African bees?
They're not African bees, but they're wild bees. And they're up in the very top. There's a picture of them up on like 40 feet up, almost up to the ceiling. And they got them up there, they got them taken care of and sealed everything up, but other bees can smell the honey, from what I was told. They can smell the honey and they're gonna go and try to invade, and if they find any little crack that they can get to it, they're gonna recolonize it. And that's what's happened. So that's just something, to me, that's our biggest threat right now is the bees. Okay, so your question was, what are we planning on doing with the school? Okay, we've been advised to utilize the building for community use as a center for historical and cultural education from Sites Southwest. And the examples are, we want to put art, music, dance, meeting rooms open for the community groups, small museum with local artifacts that have to do basically with us. you know, with our town, not like the whole basin, but what Tularosa's done. And history on the school and things that have happened here in this town. It won't be like a big Tularosa Basin museum, it'll be about us. Okay, and then classrooms reserved for adult education. And the lower level, we want it to be used for an event hall because it does have a little bit of room down there. And we also, we could probably rent it out also. And we want to remodel the kitchen so it's usable.
All right. Do you guys have any questions?
We were, in July, you might have seen it on your bulletin board, we had a ice cream social.
Yeah, I saw it.
It really did turn out pretty good. We sponsored it, and Tularosa Taco was kind of like our helper, and LULAC also helped with it. LULAC had games for the kids, and the kids had such a blast. And the guy that does our Keep Tularosa Beautiful,
Rusty?
he helped with the kids with the games. The only thing I was really nervous about is at the end of the egg race, the lawn was so fluffy that the eggs didn't really break when they fell off.
Yeah.
So when it was over, the kids all just smashed their eggs, and then I thought, oh my gosh, that, you know, because I went around in the dark making sure everything was picked up, and all these eggs really looked like trash. But I think Rusty went the next day and picked those up off the lawn so they wouldn't look like trash, because we, you know, here we're borrowing that piece of land, and we don't want
No problems.
we don't want Todd to not let us do that. What I wanted to mainly tell you is we had 21 vendors that donated meals, items, gift certificates in this town.
Well, that's nice.
And they really came together. We went around for like a week, and even Gonzalez Produce on the way out of town, he donated 5 $8 cantaloupes, and people got that ticket. They were so happy about getting a free cantaloupe, you know. And while I was sitting there talking to him, I could smell that cantaloupe, and it was just like, I've got to buy one of those. And I went back. I got to go up and see my grandchildren, and I wanted to take them cantaloupes, and he said, I just had 5 or 6 of them, and a lady came and bought all of them, so I couldn't even take him a cantaloupe. Anyway, our next project, all of the vendors that didn't actually give monetary, we gave tickets away. Nobody had to buy a ticket. Everybody came up and, you know, when their ticket was called, they came up and they got T-shirts or whatever. And when we ran out of stuff for what the vendors or what the donors had given us, we started giving away our T-shirts and our prints, and everybody got a prize that had a ticket.
That's nice.
So it seemed to me that everybody had a good time. When I went to the senior center the next week, one lady came up to me and said, "You're my new best friend." It's like, I was really thrilled about it. So our next project is we're going to go on our calendar drive. That's our big thing, usually that keeps us running through the year. Okay. And that's going to start here like within a week or two. So is there any questions about anything at all? Anyway, we do plan on we've been talking to the Cultural Affairs one of our members has gone up to Secretary of State. We have gotten our name changed, so it's no longer Tularosa Red Brick Building Restoration Foundation. Now it's Tularosa Red Brick School Foundation. And we're waiting for our EIN number. Is that what it's called? Our new tax number. We're a 501c3. We've been talking to Cultural Affairs. We're trying to get a hold of the contractor that has now retired but had made the plans for that building to make sure that we can have him either give us an update on the building or refer us to someone else. So that's what we got going, and we heard that there is some grants out there that we're eligible for that we're gonna go after.
Good.
So
Good.
that's where we're at.
Okay, good.
Is there anything?
No, and you guys' audits are all up to, well, they don't really have to audit like we do, right? But
I don't know.
yeah, because in order to get grants, you gotta make sure all your audits are right.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
all right. Thank you so
Alrighty,
much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Linda.
Thank you, Linda. Okay. Number 7, Casey Otero individual is wanting to discuss the need for a recreational facility for the youth.
Alright, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand these out before I start. These are just some things I'm gonna touch base on. Our football coordinator put this together, Chance Coates, so just kind of some information on the benefits of small town recreation. All right, so forgive me, I did type up something because obviously when we touch on this subject, there's a lot to be said. And I just want to make sure I touch all the things we want to convey and get across right now. First off, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Casey Otero. I currently serve as the president of both the Tularosa Youth Booster Club and the Tularosa Little League Baseball. Along with several dedicated parents in our community, I have been working to strengthen and expand our youth programs here in Tularosa. When I took over the Tularosa Little League in 2024, we worked very hard to rebuild the program, and today it is thriving. Building on that momentum, with football season starting, we got together, a group of the parents got together, and we established the Tularosa Youth Booster Club. This is to provide support for the youth and Pee Wee football programs as well as basketball. These programs have been faced with many setbacks over the past few years due to the limited resources and lack of facilities, but parent volunteers have kept them alive through extraordinary effort. Now, however, our growing participation demands real investment in proper facilities. We currently see strong engagement across all sports. So I'm a part of pretty much all of these. My kids are involved in all of it, my husband. It's kind of a family affair at this point. In 2025, this last baseball season, we had 5 player pitch teams ranging from 7 years old to 15, totaling 73 kids. I had an additional 61 come out and sign up for T-ball and coach pitch. Softball saw roughly 40 players, and organizers are confident that those numbers would increase if we were able to host games locally within the village. Practice spaces in the village are extremely limited. There's only a handful of parks that are large enough, and they cannot accommodate all the teams at once. We've had a lot of problems with that. Softball with all their teams and our teams, I mean, we finally set up a schedule and we're able to do that, but it's very tough. Our older kids, they play on the high school regulation field. We were utilizing the old high school field. Well, now that's gone. And the high school does allow us, graciously lets us use that new high school field for games, but we can't utilize it for practice. So we're kind of in a pickle here. Football, we have 50 active players between Pee Wee and youth this year. Practices are held at the Little League baseball field because there are no other available fields with adequate size and lighting for both teams. I do know that the youth is using the practice field at the high school right now, but when this time changes, we're gonna be We have to be under lights because it gets dark too early. Basketball participation was exceptionally high this year. We had around 200 kids go out for youth basketball. Currently, we rely entirely on the Tularosa schools for their gym space. We have practices at the schools, we have games at the schools because we don't have facilities to allow for us to host anything outside of the schools. So thank goodness we have Todd. He works exceptionally well and is for the kids. I don't know what we would do with someone who didn't want to allow us to do that. While we recognize that a community gym, getting a community gym is an ambitious goal, it would serve not only the youth programs here in the village, but also our local travel basketball and volleyball teams. I know there's a lot of kids going and playing travel ball these days, and their only obligation now is to go to Alamo. There's nowhere here for them to do it unless, again, they use the school facilities, which are not always available. Looking forward, our vision is to secure new baseball fields, softball fields, fields with lighting for youth football, and eventually a gymnasium for indoor sports. At present, we rely heavily on the Tularosa Municipal Schools to make each sports season possible. With support from the village, we create facilities that not only meet the needs of children, but also attract events that would benefit the broader community. I did hand you guys out something again. I'm gonna touch base on a few of these things. The benefits of recreation facilities in the small towns. They provide safe and structured spaces for youth, keeping kids active and engaged while helping to reduce negative influences such as drugs, crime, and risky behavior. They build community pride and unity, bringing families together to watch, volunteer, and celebrate local sports. They create opportunities for economic growth by hosting tournaments and events that draw visitors to local restaurants, shops, and hotels. They promote physical and mental health, offering children and adults alike a healthy outlet for exercise, teamwork, and stress relief. They encourage long-term youth development, teaching discipline, leadership, and teamwork, these skills that they will carry into school and into future careers. We are committed to helping any way we can to get something like this moving forward, beginning with designation of a location. I've already been in communication with Rebecca regarding grant applications. She's kind of filling those out and looking for some that we could possibly qualify for. And we are very eager to collaborate and bring something like this to life. I know we're aiming high. I know we are. We got to start somewhere. And I think it's time. I was having some conversations earlier this evening, and I think most of you are from here. Most of you played on that very same baseball field growing up. You know, it's time for a little bit of an upgrade, I think. And on behalf of the Tularosa Booster Club, Tularosa Little League, and the many families we represent, I respectfully ask for your support in making these much-needed facilities a reality, not only for our community's youth, but for Tularosa. Thank you. I don't know if you guys have any questions, comments. I do want to recognize a couple people. I have Chance Coates. He's our kind of liaison right now for football. He's also our head Pee Wee football coach. Kendra Montez, she's a volunteer. Her kids play pretty much every sport, and she's there to help with everything. Vivian Padone, she's our softball coordinator. I've got Amanda Silva and Devin Basin here. Again, they're parents, and they help with anything we ever need. And then Deanna Bartram, she is also here. She's a part of both the Booster and the Little League. So if you guys have any questions, comments.
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you want right now? I mean, if
So-
I said, what do you want us to do to help you get a practice field or something like that? Because when you're talking that sports complex,
I know.
you're talking way big money that we don't have.
And we know, we're just
We don't
gonna
have-
start somewhere.
I want to help you, but I need to know what you need right now.
If we
For
could get,
football season to start, what you need at this point right now.
well, I need a field, but we can't get that right now. So I think we've all kind of discussed it, and just a bare field big enough to play a football game on, planted with grass. That could get us started. We could buy some portable, our little leagues, the softball, we could buy some portable backstops for baseball. Football, I mean, you have the field, what else do we have? Well, basketball will still be schools, but any of those outdoor things, we could have soccer there, they could have different things like that on a field.
Raw field. Do we have any land?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
I gave you guys maps of all the 3 parcels that we have available.
okay.
I like the area behind the center. We got so many acres back there.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
wanted to sit with you and visit with you on that, Casey. Baseball fields, I was looking at about 2.5, maybe 3 baseball fields, Little League fields, with softball and Little League combined. And each one of those takes about 1.5 to 2 acres. Plus you got facilities, parking, so on and so forth, but we can work with that. We have a lot of land back there, but we want to make sure we do this correctly and leave room for football fields. If we get this right, what we got, we can do what we want. We just want to go in and build it here and then, well, where's the water at, where's the electricity, where's the lines at? We want to do this right because we've also got ideas for the Old American Center for possibly a swimming pool and so on, if we combine with the older American Center. But I think the best facility right now would probably be in terms of 3 fields and then a football field. I wasn't really aware of the football field. With just grass on it.
Yes, sir.
I think that'd probably be the best area. We do have something on West 8th Street, right? That's not very big as far as maybe a couple of practice fields possibly out there. I think it's scheduled to be a park, am I correct?
I want to provide them with something that they can start using for football, as for
I think,
practice.
that land over there by the senior center, I think we could personally, without having to like grant money, possibly seed it out, clean out the area, plant grass, and just have an open grassy field.
It's pretty
that they
level
can
now, it's pretty
utilize.
nice.
I mean, we can't have lights or anything right now, but at least, the parks, they don't even have enough park space, so I think just
They
doing
got the
that.
Little League field over there taken from the old Older American Center because
Community center?
they got that screen still back there. We
Yeah,
can use
but,
that, utilize that. But
that's gonna be utilized with the splash pad. They're gonna start building that
Splash
like
pad,
anytime,
exactly.
so that's out of the question. That's why
we
one more park taken away from them. So I think like an immediate thing would be to clear that land out, plant some grass, and they could at least use that for practice, you know what I'm saying?
And I
It's
have
definitely
tons
big
of
enough.
people, like, I'm almost confident, if you gave us something like that to start with, I could get businesses, I have people behind us, I could get some businesses to help put lights up. I mean, I'm not asking you guys to foot the whole bill, I just need something. We got way too many kids doing this, and we have a chance to make this
I
really
agree.
good,
We've got to make sure that this is what this board has wanted. We wanted our kids to stay here and come here. And believe me, I can tell you something, if any one of us at all won the lottery, we'd be giving you the money to do that.
Yes.
Because that's how we feel. That's how all of us feel, And we want to do what we can for you, but you also do realize that I have a big obligation for sewer, water, and both of those things are under the gun right now. We're
Well,
gonna
and
have to spend money.
I know that this all was aiming high, that's our,
But if we
our
can give you a
dream.
field for football, get you a field going, let's try to work through grants. Now, people, please realize, splash pad, it's almost 3 years. It's not because we don't want to do it, but we have to adhere what the state tells us. Now she's having to go get a grant, and it's under recreational for bathrooms, okay? They didn't tell us we had to have bathrooms. They didn't tell us till last year.
Well, we were gonna be able to use the community bathrooms, but we have the Head Start in there, so they're not allowing us to have the public go in there
Yeah.
while school's going on, so that put us back. So now we have to get more money to add bathrooms.
Well, and I've let Rebecca know, but any legwork that needs done, anything we can help with, I have a very good
Okay.
group of people behind me, so anything we can do.
So what Rebecca and I will do is we will start working on seeing how we can get the field cleared and everything and get it going for you guys. That is the first hurdle. The next hurdle is we'll get football going. Maybe we can work together. We're gonna hire a part-time grant writer, get somebody going and find you guys some money. If you guys be looking for grants too, if you find a grant that you think that fits us. Now remember, matching grants, if we're gonna put out $200,000, we're gonna have to put, if they say it's a 20% match, it's 40,000, which would be hard for us to do.
Okay.
So you have to watch the matching grants, look at that. But if you look under recreational and for New Mexico, there is quite a few grants. Even the little things, like I know that Verizon offers a grant, you know, I know so many of these little grants, 50,000, okay, it's only 50,000, but I mean, 50,000's.
Goes a long ways when
yeah,
you have
it's gonna,
nothing.
We have Rusty applying for a T-Mobile one right now to help fix the community center tennis courts and things like that. There's other grants available. I have a lot that I'm looking into. A lot of them don't give you too much money, maybe like 40,000, but it's a start. We could start little, you know, and add on every time. But there is stuff out there. The big one, the recreational one, we'll have to go to our splash pad this year. We're applying again. So I'm thinking next year, once we spend down our CDBG money, we can apply for CDBG. So that could also help us as well.
yeah, and you know, when we start applying for that, we're gonna need real, you know, like real numbers to show people that we have community involvement, kids involvement, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever you guys need, you just let us know. We-
So would that be okay with you guys if
It's a
we
good
start with
place.
that field over there?
That's
Chance,
a good
would
place
that?
to start.
Yeah, I think that's a start. I think before, you know, whenever you get the land flat and all that, I think one thing that pops in my head is to kind of just come up with a more foolproof plan as far as maybe some design elements and stuff like
Future.
that, instead of just saying, hey, like Coach Garcia was saying, let's do this right if we're gonna do it.
Well-
Once we do start clearing, and it's maybe just just throwing ideas back and forth.
That's what I wanna do.
It doesn't really have to be committing to anything long-term right now. I just think getting the ball rolling and thinking about this is a win. And having these discussions and actually trying to get a plan in place to move forward, even if it's small steps. You're talking about numbers. I know there's been people that reached out to me on the football side of things, from Reynoso, from Alamo, from Cruces, Capitan, some of my buddies that I know in the coaching field, that they're not happy playing with the Alamogordo League right now. And they're like, why don't you guys get your own league going? I said, I would love to do that, but there's things that hold us back, you know. Todd is gracious enough to allow us to host all our games home for Pee-wee and youth this year. So, you know, thinking down the road, if there's interest from other towns that want to come into Thule, that's definitely a possibility if it's done right and if the plan's put in place and kind of all the things that go into making that happen.
Same thing, if we were able to host, I could host baseball tournaments, but I can't do it with one field. So, I don't know, just some things to think about, and we appreciate you guys considering this, and, you know,
Well, of course, we want to support our youth. It's something we want to do. Believe me, again, I'm telling you, you know, you can ask the people if they want to give up water and sewer, but I kind of think they don't want to. But if, I would give you the money. If I had it right now, I'd give it to you. But unfortunately, we don't have that kind of money, but we can start with that. We can work on grants. You guys come in and show Rebecca if you found a grant. But again, if you guys are willing to help, because grants are hard to write. They're not the easiest thing in the whole world to write. So if you find a grant and you want to do it, you do your work on it, you do your studies. We're saying we have people we can call to help through the state, but you got to put that effort in too. You know, you can't just so many people come and do this to us. Oh, I want to do this, here's the grant for it. Or I want to do this, you fill the grant out, you get the grant. Well, you know, we all have busy lives. I mean, all of us do, you know? And we can't do it, you know, all together, we can't. So, but if you are willing to put the work out for us, we're willing to try and do what we can for you guys.
Okay.
Because I understand. And I do want to ask you a question. Is there any leads on who broke in your, okay, all right. Did you guys put cameras out there?
you have access to them, right? They didn't give me nothing,
They didn't
but,
give you access?
No.
I'll let you know.
but yeah, no,
I told them to give you access.
nothing came of it. We haven't had any problems since that I know of anyways.
Okay, yeah,
But the cameras are up, and I think they are working, so.
okay.
Mayor, may I have the floor for just 1 second? You know, I want to tell you all, you know, a lot of people call their legislators, okay? So we can we always talk to the legislators. But the more people in numbers that call your legislators, call them and tell them what you're telling us. Because a lot of times they want to help us. But the more input they have from the residents to call your legislators and let them know what you need, what you want. because they're the ones that are gonna ultimately get us funding and all that, you know? So reach out to them. They're voted in office for a reason, so use that as one of your outlets to try to get them to realize what we need. And then when we go and talk to the legislators, they might be forthcoming to help us more. So all I'm saying is a squeaky wheel gets the grease, okay? So reach out to your legislators and let them know that our kids need this in Tule. We need it for intervention for, like you said, the drugs and everything like that. Reach out to your legislators, please. Please do that.
Actually, once he said that, I know I saw it in my email, I don't know the dates, but I'll get back with you. There is a meeting with 2 of our legislators, and they're inviting anybody, like anybody from the village that wanna go, wanna talk about our money. Would you be able to go?
Yeah, let me know.
Okay,
I'll be
I
there.
will. I wanna say it's the 27th, and I think it's a 2 days, I don't know, I can't remember it, but it's here in Alamogordo, it's hosted in Alamogordo.
Yeah,
So-
let me know.
I will let you know,
Okay.
okay?
And they do have a community day in Santa Fe. So during the next session, find out when the Otero County Day is. And get some of the people from the school and from the Little League and all that, and show up. Say, hey, we're here from our community. And that's what those days in the legislative session are for. We go because we know we go to try to help. But go during the legislative session and let them know, hey, Southern New Mexico, we're New Mexico true too. It's not just north of I-40. Just some suggestions.
Thank you.
Casey, I'd like for you to get your group and we could go take a look at these land.
Okay.
I think the best one would be the one over here right behind the center, simply for the fact there's so much back there.
And I think we already kind of talked about that too. That's a good spot if it's available.
Yeah, I've driven that with my four-wheeler and just, in my mind, putting Little League, like Mag Park and Las Cruces or whatever, trying to Hadley, put two and three fields together, and Little League ball fields. And also, I didn't realize football field was so, there's plenty of room out there. But it's just a matter of like, okay, let's get together and where's our water supply, where's our electrical supply, because we're gonna need the water and eventually put lights out. So, but yeah, I'd like to get with y'all on that and see if we can't.
We appreciate that.
There's a lot of room back there, but I wanna make sure that it's not too far back, that it's
Well, and Chance is right. Maybe we could plan just like a future. Make sure we plan
Let's-
what could be.
let's not wait too long on that, so we can just, as well, it's still fresh in our minds.
Okay.
We just come with your ideas, what you guys want, and then we can kind of lay it out. That looks good, we could put it there. Everybody would help. But like I said, it's money, recreation money is hard to find in New Mexico.
It is.
No matter what, no matter we got this $1 billion excess money, they don't give very much to recreation.
Figure we gotta start somewhere though.
Yeah,
So-
right. But
I appreciate you guys. Really
it does
appreciate
take-
your time.
it does take
and-
community effort.
We
Thank you.
appreciate you spending
Thank you,
your time and taking care of our youth here. We really do appreciate that, honestly.
Thank you.
You know, that you guys are doing a terrific job. Yes, sir, Mr. Berry?
They just found a spot in the park that's big enough to accommodate them. The first year they played the PVC pipe for goalpost. The second year I put them up goalpost, and those goalposts are still there.
Yeah.
If y'all mark a spot off, I can put you up some goalposts over here.
Okay,
And if you have to get a matching grant, you can use that as part of your matching grant.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Berry. I appreciate it.
You're responsible for putting that backstop over there in the old field too, the practice field. Yeah, you and Ken Potter, you guys did that. I know Ken he welded it, but he got the parts from you, the pipe, so I appreciate that. And it's been there forever, but now we got, yeah. Yeah, it takes a village, and we'll find a way to get it done, but it takes a lot of effort. Sometimes it's rewarding, sometimes it's like, guys, it's drudgery, but we can do this.
It's probably too close to football season to get them up for this season, but they'll get them marked out when it starts.
Yeah, super, okay, thank you.
Anything else? Okay. All right. So number 8, Michael Gruger, Tularosa Arts and History Council is asking for barricades and trash cans for the annual Halloween event for the community on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, from 5 to 8. God, is it Halloween already?
Hello, everybody. So I'm Michael Gruger with the Tularosa Arts and History Council, and yes, it is Halloween already. So we're gearing up for our, I think it's actually 7th or 8th. We've been doing it since 2016, but we took a year or so off for during COVID. But so Saturday, October 25th from 5 to 8 p.m. We're looking to put on our annual Halloween event. We got our trunk or treat. We have live music, food vendors, games, haunted maze, pet parade, costume contest, photo booths. We got some other fun things kind of we're working on as well to incorporate. We got some new folks coming in with some fresh ideas and some new things, and so we're gaining momentum on it, and it's been well attended over the years, and we're happy with that the community's asking for it. And even at the duck race, there was people asking about the Halloween event, and so that was at the moment in duck race, it's like it's only May, talk to me in a couple of months, but it was just kind of reflecting back on a couple of those conversations was really encouraging that the community's responding to it, and so we're happy to put it on, and we're asking the village for some support with some barricades and some trash cans. So we want to do it in the same spot on Granado Street between 2nd Street and St. Francis, and 3rd Street between Fresno and Higuera.
You're gonna need more room.
We're working on that.
It's getting big, it's
Maybe
getting
we
nice.
can double up
Create a
with
big monster.
Casey in the football fields and stuff, yeah.
I can't even believe, guys, just to let you know, I bought $200 worth of candy myself. And I had to go to them to get some more candy by half the night. I made it through half the night with $200 worth of candy. That was.
We have folks coming from all the surrounding communities, and there's so many things going on that weekend before Halloween, and all the time in this community between Cloudcroft, Alamogordo, Tularosa, even Carrizosa, Ruidoso, Cloudcroft. There's just a lot of things happening, but we get a lot of folks who come from outside of Tularosa as well. But it's really, really great to see the community coming and responding. And we had, there were some vendors last year who had never come to Tularosa for an event before, and they were surprised at the amount of people that fill the street. And so it's just, it's a good thing, and we're looking forward to it.
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay, third it. All those in favor say aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you,
Thank you for all you do for our community. Guys, I want to tell you, after we we'll go to the last section. Is Shannon here?
I don't see her.
Okay, so you want to table that? We'll put that discussion on for later, okay? All right, so let's go to old business. Any old business? Old business, guys?
RV park behind Lowe's. Any movement on that one yet
What?
with Ali?
Ollie, he's been cited 3 times, or right, we saw that, Ollie's been cited, what, 3 times? The trailer park.
Behind Lowe's.
Yes, he's currently sent out notice again, because I guess it had to start over or something like that. So it's a work in progress. But he's working on it.
Okay. Under, well, I guess it's his old business. How's our park looking?
Actually, I went by there a couple times today, and it's kind of sporadic. There really hasn't been too many people there, and the cameras might be scaring them away.
Good.
Good.
That's what we wanted to do. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So, good.
What's our water level at the tanks? Are we okay?
Our water levels are good right now. I can't guarantee that they're gonna stay like that because of the rain, but right now they're okay. They're okay. I mean, they should, everything should should be okay.
Every year, we usually go through this
Yeah,
at
we
around the
do that.
same time.
Yeah, it
so
is, it's every year.
I think once we lifted the restrictions fully, it usually just stays at
Yeah,
a decent.
it just I mean, I don't anticipate any problems. It's good right now. Our tanks are full. That's why we had to do the water restrictions for everybody, because our tanks were at a critically low because of the floods. When it floods, debris, ash, and everything comes down from the hill, and we can't process that stuff. So he has a hard time processing the water when it's just like a mud ball. And you know, I didn't kind of really understand that till one day, I asked him, I said, well, what are you talking about? And he says, well, I said, take a picture of it. And he took a picture of it. And I swear to God, it looks like a big mud ball just coming down the creek. It's just like mud, you know, and it's limbs and trees and ash and just a lot of stuff, you know. So you can't, it's hard, you can't process water like that, you know. So, but we're doing good. Everything's going good there. The water situation is good.
Mayor, I was asked on the old business about the sewer on Pilar Chavez. And we do have that projected to possibly go on the ICIP under the next session. So that problem is being addressed, and we'll deal with it accordingly as the time comes. But that will be put on our ICIP to get that done, because I know that's been waiting a long time, and that's an issue that we need to take care of due to the septic tanks and stuff over there. But it's a long process, and we are working on it for those people that are interested in that.
Any other old business? Any new business? Okay, so today she's a lady from Risk Management. She's going through and making sure we're OSHA compliant with everything. And she told me something today that I think I want to share with you guys, because I think it shows how proud we are of our village. She told me for a small village, that our OSHA violations, we do have some, you know, everybody has some, it doesn't matter who you are. But she says we're doing really relatively well. We got to put a few things in place, but she says our yard was probably the cleanest yard that she's ever seen. She said the guys out there have picked up, cleaned up, done a whole lot. And I know they have, because I was out there 6 months or 8 months ago, and it was a mess. And she really bragged about our town. She said, you know, you have a great little community here, and you guys have passion, and I think that's a nice thing to be said about our town, you know. And I drove her around. I showed her, you know, the acequia, the houses, and then, you know, we did go through. We spent 6 hours going through the OSHA. And she said, you know, what I like about you guys more than anything is I talk to every one of your workers. All of you guys are excited to get going on you know, fulfilling what OSHA wants, you know. And she was asking the guys, you know, be honest with me, and every one of them were, you know. She asked him, are you wearing a seatbelt when you're driving the lawnmower? And he goes, no. And she goes, well, you need to. It's an OSHA violation. And she goes, but most everybody answers her with, yes, we're doing that, we're doing that. And they actually, she said they were honest, hardworking guys that want to make a difference in this town. And I think that's a compliment to us, you know, I really do. So I wanted to share that with you, what she said. You know, and she sees all these municipalities. She goes to every one of them. But mostly I asked her to come down because I wanted her to get a picture of what is going on, you know, of what is here. So, are there any other
Yes.
new
I was gonna
business?
see if we can get code enforcement to drive around, and there's a lot of the corners, stop signs and yield signs that you can't see because of overgrowth. If we can get them trimmed, because there's some places where you can't even see if a car's coming.
Oh, you mean the yard people?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get that. And also too many, if you want to make a work order too, you can do that too.
Yeah, let me know, give me the areas that you've seen, and I can write them down
Okay,
and put a
well,
work order.
one of them's Second and Bosque.
I'll take my morning cruise and do that. I'll write them down.
Okay, just let me know.
Is there anything else?
I just want to thank code
Also,
enforcement.
what can be done, if anything? I know the DOT worked on it some time back, but right there at Cedro and and St. Francis Drive, the rains that come in, they still puddle the water like crazy. They're still not draining properly. And we have water cleared after the fact, after 2 days or that's come in.
Because it's not going in the ditch anymore.
Exactly.
It's pulling up. We have talked to the engineer, Manny and I, on that. And, they're getting the Corps of Engineers, Manny went to a meeting a while back, and they are gonna have a plan for the drainage off the mountains and the village and Alamogordo, La Luz and whatnot. So the engineers are gonna get that plan together and we'll take it from there. So I'm not sure, Manny, when the next meeting is, but we have addressed that to the MDOT because of all the overlays on the highway here. The east side has gotten lower than the west side of Highway 70 due to the overlays. So that's where part of the drainage. But the MDOT, we have been addressing that at the SERPDO meetings and all that. So, you know, we're trying our best to try to get them to do the right thing in MDOT. And they are looking at trying to get a drainage plan for Tularosa. So it's a long process and we try to do the best we can with MDOT, but the main thing is funding now. So maybe with the Army Corps of Engineers getting involved with this flood plan for the Tularosa Basin in Otero County, we're gonna try to get them to look forward in the near future to trying to help us out with some drainage issues here.
Hope they do better than we're doing.
Yeah. What I've been doing has been taking pictures every time it rains. I drive around, take pictures everywhere I see that it's flooding, and I'm turning them into the Corps of Engineers, and they're gonna work on it and see what they can do as far as our flood plan and fix these issues. It's gonna be a little while, but
You know, when you start dealing with the government, you have, people don't understand, you know, how many times have I heard on Facebook, seen on Facebook, and actually I've had people walk up to me, did you guys steal the money for the, Splash Park? And I'm going like, no, we don't even have the money. Can't steal something you don't have, okay? You know, you don't understand that the wheels of the state, federal, they turn very, very slow. So when you get money this year, a lot of times you can't even spend it till the end of next year. You know, and when you get grants or you receive money, they don't give us the money. They release it when the work is done. So we have nowhere to put our hands on it to steal it, and I don't think any of us want to anyway, because we don't want to go to jail, I'm sure of that. But, you know, I've had such silly remarks made like that, and they don't understand. And if you guys hear it, do me a favor and tell them, that's not the way it works, guys.
Right.
They're not stealing the money, they're not taking it, we're gonna get a splash park. It just takes time. Everything takes time. And I myself was guilty of that when I first got into government as a trustee. I thought, why aren't they doing anything? Well, they are doing something. They were doing something, just like we're doing something. It's just a time-consuming thing that the state does. Okay.
We will be done by that June 2026. It has to be expended.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yes. Yes, so they're gonna start within the next couple of months, and it's gonna start developing, yeah. No, we're not gonna lose it. No, our engineers are on it, but.
Yeah, and see, that's another thing that behind the scene, you guys don't know. We have engineers, we have people that get behind them, Houston, they work with us, they make sure we don't lose our money. When you're talking grants, and you guys will know this when you hear, there's this word that I absolutely hate, and it's just an ugly word to us. It's called shovel ready. And that's all they ever say. You want the money? Have it shovel ready. What's shovel ready mean? You know, I mean, when I first heard that, I went, what are they talking about? You know, they want the plans drawn, everything done, and for us to actually start the work. So to start the work, we have to have the engineers do their work. We have to, so. Environmental has to do, environmental kills you.
Check for burrowing owls,
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff
check
that goes
for
into it,
owls,
it's crazy.
check for pupfish, check for this, check for that, it's not something, it happens,
Yeah.
And
yep.
I hate that word because every time we go up, we just came back, we all went to what we call the Molly. We learned a lot of things. Things are changing, laws are changing, and we did learn a lot of things, but, every time we'll ask them for money, is it shovel ready?
Right now in the state of New Mexico, all funded projects, you're talking 18 months to 24 months out from the time the money's awarded through the design phase and when we actually get the money. From when you ask for that money and it gets approved, it's a minimum through the planning stage and the award of money. Right now, we're looking at projects that are 2 years out. So just know that it takes at least 18 months to get the money.
So,
And we don't even really get the money.
Yeah,
have
we
to
don't really
request
get
for
the money,
payment.
but it's from when you ask for the money till it's
Reimbursement.
awarded, you're talking 18 to 24 months. And that just goes with the way the government's working right now.
it is, it takes forever. Rebecca, can you did we get our money for our ICP yet? Have we gotten our money?
For the one that we
For
just
the-
got awarded,
Yes,
they haven't executed any contracts to anybody yet.
Yeah,
They
but
just
we
got an award letter,
okay, so,
but we haven't, that will be probably October, November.
I know, but we need to let
We
the
got, $500,000 for the sewer, and then we got $250,000 for police cars, so.
and that are you guys listing $500,000 for the sewer plants, like
$5.
a little drop in the bucket? We need 12 million. We need and we were up there, and I can tell you what they're telling us. They don't come out and say it. They don't actually say it like I'm saying it. But what they're saying is, yeah, we'll give you money out. They're giving us tiny little bits to fix it. But what they're waiting for is for us to fail. And when we fail, they're gonna have to fix it. And they know that.
I saw that happen in Las Vegas
Yeah.
and other
Yeah,
places.
we've seen it happen in other places, but they'll give us just enough to fix and feed, There's no way they're ever gonna give us, it's probably 15 million now, because it's been 2 years, it's 12 million, it's probably 15 million now. And they'll just wait for us to fail, and then they'll come through with the money, which makes no sense to me at all, but this is just how our state works. And you gotta understand, our state works way different than a lot of other states do, The municipal league themselves, that league that we belong to, that we pay to belong to, it's there for us because they fight to get the money for us. They're always fighting for us. They're always fighting for the municipalities to get the money. And they're always fighting against the governor because, I could go in and sit here and tell you about a law that was repealed that we lost a lot of our gross receipt tax that the state took from us, So the most important thing I can tell you guys right now, out of all the things that you're gonna do, and you can walk out of here, is when it comes time to vote, vote. That's what we need, so.
And the state has what, $12 billion in reserve?
Yeah.
That they don't spend it on any infrastructure. They don't
Nope.
lose.
Nope. So, there's nothing else?
Well, here's one suggestion, and my son brought it up. I don't know if half of you know who my son is, but he's a very outgoing for lotto tickets. He notified me this morning that the big prize was well over 65 million. So if we purchase lotto tickets, then bring it down here and we can purchase what we need. According to my son, it's that simple.
And you know what, my brother-in-law was a physical engineer or chemical engineer with the doctorate's degree, and he would tell us all the time, your chances of winning the lottery are a lot less than dying in a plane crash. I went, well, thank you. If there's nothing else, guys?
I've had enough.
How about you? You're okay? You okay? You okay?